Seconds out, delighted to be joined by unbeaten super lightweight Sam Maxwell. Sam, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me, Dan.
Yeah, anytime. August 29th, BT Studios. Big step up for you, probably one you've been overdue, one you've been waiting for a long time. How long did it take you to say yes when Joe Hughes was put to you as the opponent?
Oh, straight away. My coach even said last year, he said this is a name we should be looking at, and it's planned out, it's paid out that that's who we're fighting, and yeah, excited and know it's a great fight for us.
Last fight you had back in November against Conor Parker, that kind of underlined the fact that domestic level or English title-ish kind of level, you were past that now?
Yeah, definitely, Danny. I felt like I was levels above there. Conor, he gave it his best go, but I was just levels above him. I think I'm more with Joe Hughes. There's the level I want to be at. I know he's a proven European and higher level fighter, so I want to be where he is, and then by beating him, I'm going to put my name right up there.
Former European champion, his last fight, he
Yeah.
unsuccessfully challenged for his old belt, but still went the distance. A lot of people thought you beat Robbie Davis Jr. as well in their
Great
fight.
fight.
Did you watch that, and what did you make of that?
Yeah, watched it a few times. I thought it was a very close fight. Could have gone either way. Seen a lot of things I can use against him in that fight. At times, Robbie boxed well, and then at times he played into Joe's hands. So it was good watching it. I can see where people go wrong against him, and great fight. And looking forward to it.
The deceptive fighter, and as most people know by now, he suffers from Erb's palsy, which means his right hand, in this right arm in this case, isn't as strong or as long, in fact, as his left. And so he's virtually a one-handed fighter. He very rarely throws shots with his right. So looking at it on camera, it must seem like he's easy to beat and easy to anticipate what he's going to do. But fighters never have an easy night with him.
No, that's what I've noticed that as well. Yeah, you're watching tape on him. You're like, you need to move this way. This is what's coming. And it seems simple things but when you watch his fights against Tyrone Nares, Robbie Davis, Casserole, like all the top names, they all struggle with him, and it shows he's world class with his left hand. Even though it's like it's not a negative for him. He's that good with it that he's successful with it. But we're planning that we're gonna be the ones to nullify it and try and capitalize on it.
Is it good in a way that he's beaten those all kind of UK standout performers, in that it's a good measuring stick for you? You can impress by doing better than they did against a common opponent.
That's it, Danny. It's like a chance for me to make a statement. If I perform the way I know I can and how we plan to do, I can make a real statement and put my name right up there, because he's having 50-50 fights with all the top lads in the country and in Britain. And, so if I can make a great performance, it's going to be a massive statement. And I plan to do that. Take it with both hands, and I'm going to be ready. I'm really looking forward to this fight.
How have preparations been going? Because gyms have only just started to reopen. Previously, we had the lockdown restrictions, which must have been pretty tough. How's it all worked out for you?
I've done really well over the lockdown. I kept myself busy. I kept training every day. I was liking making videos and putting them on Instagram, so that kept me busy. And so my weight stayed down, and I stayed roughly fitness, so that when I started this camp, I was already had my base fitness there, and I wasn't struggling for weight. So I've started off really well. I've got loads of sparring in already. And we're lucky here in MTK Scotland, because our house is built next to the gym. So we've been allowed to use it because it's our premises, so we can use it as much as we want. So it's we've been lucky and feeling great. It hasn't affected me too much, really. You can't go to shop. You have to queue for shops and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm training every day and just living like how I normally do in camp.
Find you starting to import a bit of the accent yet?
Not yet. Yeah, I don't spend enough time around the locals, but there's a few that want to go on bike rides on the weekend. So in a few weeks, I might be starting sounding like them.
You said about how you've got some good sparring in. It might sound a bit strange, but with Joe Hughes being how he is and rarely using one hand, do you ask the sparring partners to be more kind of left hand happy, if you like? Does it work like that or not?
Yeah. Well, early on, we went sparring in Belfast, and Paddy Gallagher was brilliant with his left hand anyway, so you don't have to tell him anything. He comes forward, he throws a lot of left to the body, left to the head, so not with that. But then since we've been back here, and the lad I sparred is he's got a good left hook, but he wasn't really similar to Joe as you'd want. But it's just about getting the sharpness in. We're still 5 weeks out and getting the rounds in, so yeah, you'll have to ask them a little bit to throw more left hooks. But I've got my final opponent, sparring partner. I'm getting in. Hopefully, their style is perfect for Joe. So I'm looking forward to that. A bit bigger than me as well, so good sparring.
Want to tell us who it is, or is it top secret?
Yeah, it's not 100% yet, but I've asked him. He's a mate of mine. Echo Usman it is.
Oh yeah, he'd be a good
brilliant.
one.
Yeah,
he was obviously supposed to be on the show, wasn't he? Recently, and sadly fell through at the last minute.
Yeah, he said, but he's hoping for a date in August. You know, he'll fight anyone, and he's ready to break through. Echo, he's a name to be reckoned with, and I'm looking forward to him getting his big chance in big fights because he's going to go far.
It's a big opportunity on the 29th of August. It's going to be on BT Sport. Daniel Dubois, the headliner, so you can expect quite a lot of eyes glued to that show.
Yeah,
There's going to be no fans there. How do you kind of balance that out?
Yeah, it's going to be so weird, but I never played to the crowd really anyway, and I've been around the world in the amateurs and been to like Estonia or something, say in the quarterfinals of a tournament, and it's just in the sports hall with no one there, so I'm used to that. And it's same as sparring, isn't it? Like when you're in the gym sparring, there's no crowd there, so it'd be good that I can hear more my coaches in the corner, and then I'll be able to hear them more clearer. So there's benefits of it as well, and you won't play up to the crowd. If you get caught with a big shot, you're not going to go and try and look for to get shot back straight away to try and get the crowd back on your side. It's just you stick to your game plan, and that's this fight's going to be big for me in terms that if I stick to my game plan and box how my coach wants me to box, I'm going to win. So that's it plays into my hand. It plays into my hands that there's no crowd there to play up to. Like I'm just going to stick to my tactics, what I've got, and that's going to be enough to win it, I feel.
Where would a victory over Joe Hughes put you on the either European or world scene? Where would you see yourself having come through that test?
I'll see myself as one of the top level lads in Britain, and up with like Ritson, Jack Casserole, Robbie Davis. There's a good fight the day after me as well. Keeman Brown v Bowes for the British and Commonwealth. Puts me in the shots at them. The winner of that. So yeah, right up there.
Is it important to you winning that British title, or if you beat Hughes, would you see yourself as maybe gone beyond that level?
Yeah, I'd love to win it, and it's a fight. I feel like I can beat both the lads fighting for it. I think I'm better than them, but it's definitely a belt I would love to have. But it just depends what opportunities come and what fights get said to me, because there could be bigger things. Because I'm ranked quite high in the WBO rankings, so get a good win against Joe, there might be opportunities there. But with it being what's happening with COVID, there seem to be more British fights and local fights, so that could be a possibility of the British instead, because it's a bit easier to make.
You mentioned the WBO rankings. The WBO mandatory contender is, of course, Jack Casserole, who's with Frank Warren, as you are, and recently signed a renewal to his contract with Frank as well. That must have been talked about as a potential future fight.
Definitely, I don't know by them, but by me and my coach, we definitely look at him and we see where he is, and we want to get to where he is. So that's definitely an opponent we have in mind and in future. And if everything goes right, that could be a fight that's made by the end of the year or the end of next year. But it's definitely one within our targets, 100%. Be interested in Manchester v Liverpool, big punches. He's obviously, he'll feel like he's ahead of me because he's mandatory and he's ready for he's been waiting a while for his title shot now. But it's a fight that makes sense in the future, definitely.
Well, also, if Ramirez ends up vacating rather than face Casserole, because he might have the unification or partial unification with Josh Taylor, there could be a vacant title fight in the offing.
That's it, and I get myself up there in the rankings a bit higher, maybe, or even 14th. It's a fight that could be made. It's exciting, man. It's crazy.
It's good stuff. How excited are you about the prospect? Not just the fight in Joe Hughes will be your biggest test so far, appearing on such a high-profile show.
Yeah, it's the best Warren show, I feel like, out of all of them. They're all been good, but there's got Dubois, it's got Sonny Edwards v Samba, which I think is going to be a great fight. Got Willie Hutchinson and me v Joe. I think it's brilliant. I think the eyes are going to be glued on it, and we won't disappoint. There's some great fights there, and it's good just to have boxing back.
Has it been frustrating at times in the past, given how high a level you competed at as an amateur? It's taken a while to get to this point as a pro.
Yeah, I feel like I could have moved a bit quicker, but everything happens for a reason. This is my chance now, and I built up to this point, so I'm going to take this and just say this is how it's meant to be. Like, it's a bit slow, but I'm here now, and I'm gonna take over.
Good stuff. And before we let you go, just remind people out there how they can follow you on the different social media platforms.
Okay, Instagram SamMax88, and that's what I'm most active on. I'm Twitter on Sam Maxwell 1988, I think, or Sam Maxwell 88 on Twitter, but I don't really go on Twitter much. I just retweet every now and then. But at Instagram, SamMax88, come follow me. See some stupid videos and some good knockouts.
What more could you want? Great stuff. All right, well, I really appreciate your time, and I look forward to the fight on the 29th. I think it's the best fight probably of the whole summer kind of fight camp and Warren shows. It really stood out for me.
Nice one, Danny. Can't wait, mate, and I won't disappoint. It's going to be a great fight.
Great stuff. All right, mate. Well, I'll speak to you soon, and good luck
with
the rest of the preparations.